How's it going, guys? This is our weekly solo players guide to the Challenge of Elders. This week is with a Warlock. We'll go over the modifiers in a second. But we do this every single, normally on Tuesdays, but because of all of the Destiny server maintenance, getting ready for Destiny 2 and the beta and all that, plus work schedules, I won't be able to get this through, but today we have it. Awesome, I know. We do this every week though, so if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't have to look anywhere else for it. We also do Nightfall guides for solo players with Warlocks, Hunters, and Titans, all three classes. So if that sounds interesting to you, maybe that you might find that helpful, go ahead and hit subscribe and look in the description box down below for the link of your choice. But other than that, let's go ahead and look at what we got for modifiers, and then we'll look at what we're rocking as far as weapons and setup and all that cool stuff, and then we'll hit the guide. Modifiers this week are Chaff, player rare is disabled, super kill bonus, super kills are worth more points, and grounded, players take more damage while airborne. So Bungie, after last time, heard my bitching and took my notes. No trickle this week, finally. So of course we're going bad juju. After each kill, this weapon will reload instantly, increase damage for a short time. Kills will help charge your super, so you're gonna get a little extra super energy with every kill you get with the juju. I'm rocking a high impact sniper. If you don't have Devil's Dawn, you could always use Event Horizon, Ex Machina, something in that archetype, just for max damage output and also the range that snipers offer. And then I always say use a solar machine gun just in case there are any hive levels, and there are level 1. So I would honestly say rock that, but that's up to you. We're rocking Ophidian Aspects for the increased reload speed. As far as Stormcaller goes, because you are going to want to rock Stormcaller, you want Perpetual Charge, and that one's not as important. Yeah, but that's really the only one that you're going to want. Go ahead and rock Transcendence. When cast with full grenade and melee energy, Storm Trance restores your health to full and drains slower. That last bit is the most important part, the drain slower. So you're going to get more time in your super, which obviously, the more time you have, the more enemies you can kill. That's definitely important this time around, especially with Chaff, since you're going to be running around blind around the map looking for enemies. Rising Storm. Hits with Thunderstrike charge your super, ability, and melee energy. You do want to rock this just because anything else isn't really going to help your super, but you also do not want to hit anything with your melees just in case you need that perpetual charge. Not perpetual charge, Transcendence. What am I talking about? Just because you need that full grenade and melee charged. You want them fully charged, or Transcendence is going to be a waste of time. So, although that's awesome, try your best not to waste your melee charge. Superconductor doubles your Storm Trance's lightning chaining capabilities. This means, you'll see it in the as soon as we get into the guide, this thing does crazy like chaining capabilities. Like it'll do 90-degree angles to get other enemies with your super. It's balls to the walls crazy. Definitely try out Superconductor. You do not want to run Landfall, just because it got nerfed a while back, in case you didn't know, where it actually, using Landfall actually decreases the time you have in your super. Do not use Landfall. And then Ionic Blink uses your super energy to teleport, so honestly, Superconductor is the best option. And then the last two columns are, of course, player's choice. Let's go ahead and rock this guide.
The Defiled thirsts for your light.
Alright, so this boss is actually pretty easy. So what you want to do is just pretty much stay at the entrance, or where you can go down that tunnel where I'm shooting at, depending on where the wizards are. Those are going to be your two safer spots. There's not really any cheese spots that make it too much easier. As far as I'm aware, there might just be some crazy spot that I don't know about, but for the most part, what you want to do is just go ahead and stick around here and just get your super ready. If you want to, you can kind of cheese it where you just build up your super, and then once you do that, you just go ahead and die, start the round over. That's always a very viable option. It'll get you more points in the long run. But after you kill all the ads, just go ahead and come over here. You're going to see a couple spots that you can go to. I'll edit them in if I have to. But you definitely don't want to be on that side. And try not to jump grounded. You want to stay on the ground as much as possible. But if you stay back here, he really can't get you with his flames or his cannon. So this is probably the safest spot. As you can see, he's tapping me a little bit. But go ahead and do that. And then once the ads spawn in, you want to be around here again. So go ahead and just do that. What I would suggest is actually waiting for the ads to kind of come towards you more. So maybe wait a few seconds. Look for those wizards, kill them before you pop your super. And then by the time you kill both of the wizards, you should have most of the ads should be pretty close to you. So just go ahead and pop it and start earning those massive 100 points. 100 points? Is it 100 points? It is. It is 100 points and then 20 points for the orb creation bonus, which I think should be for every orb you generate, not just one orb. But that's just my opinion. And then just go ahead and finish off whatever ads you didn't kill, and then hop right back over here, and then you start doing damage to the boss again, blah blah blah. And that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit out those other safe spots that I kind of rock around. Well, actually, I'm going to them right now. This is an okay one. I wouldn't highly recommend this because obviously he's going to get you pretty quickly. But right here is actually really a good spot. Down on that sand dune thing right in front of me is another good spot. And then just behind me is another good spot. So you have 4 spots you can go to for cover. But once these ads start spawning in again, you do want to come back down and just start wiping them out and then use your super blah blah blah. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next round. Alright, so now we get the good fallen enemy. I hate the taken version, but this guy is actually pretty simple. The worst part is actually going to be getting super kills because this is a huge map. Enemies are pretty much spread out all over it. But what you want to do is just stick around here and go ahead and just start wiping out all the fallen. If you do have your super, I would suggest, like you see me doing here, just tap the super button, or the attack button against the shanks. That way you don't waste any unnecessary super energy. Just literally just tap it, and it should take them out. But then you pretty much just go around the map looking for enemies. I mean, it's literally, you're going to spend more of your super looking for enemies than you will anything else in this round. One thing that would help you out is in the middle of the map there's that little bridge that goes towards the back. If you want to pop your super around that area, a lot of fallen are usually either on top or below or very close vicinity to that bridge. So I would start your super there instead of where you're seeing me kind of back here and kind of 2 over here. As close to the middle of the map as possible. That way you can kind of just make a clockwise or counterclockwise or whatever sweep around the map that you want to do. But like I said, try and save as many shanks as possible if you can. That way you don't have to hit them with a melee shot or a grenade shot to get extra points, because just shooting them will only give you 50 points, whereas a super kill, I think, is, don't quote me on this, is like 100 points. I don't remember the exact amount. We're about to find out. 200 points. So you can either get 50 points or you can get 200 points from them. That's really your call, but I would suggest leaving them with your super. But yeah, as you can see, you might want to hold on to your super maybe in between the first and second rounds, or the second and third round. I don't know. You just might want to save onto it depending on how many ads are left, because that was a huge waste of super energy. But other than that, pretty much just deal damage to the boss. You do have to be pretty careful, because he does throw these mines out, and they will one-shot you or get very, very close to one-shotting you. So just be very careful of those. And as he spawns in around the map, every once in a while he will kind of, I think it's a glitch, and though it does happen, it always happens at least once during his round while he's featured, is that he will spawn in directly in front of the entrance to this area, and that's, if you're standing there, you're dead. He'll either melee you or you'll get hit by his mines, and those, like I said, the mines suck a lot because they will one-shot you, or the melee will melt you really quick too. So if you're taking damage from maybe the vandals or whatever, you're gonna not be very happy. So just keep in mind of that. Maybe even stay to the left or the right of that area. That way you can kind of bounce back if you have to. But other than that, let's go ahead and look at the final boss.
A servant of Oryx hungers God.
Alright, so luckily we don't get any taken, or not taken, but any Cabal. We get the Dvex, which is always nice. What I like to do is try and get rid of those Hobgoblins as fast as possible. So maybe with the Bad Juju, if you're using that, just to get that extra super energy, or if you want to be certain you're going to get that precision kill, because you definitely should be going for precision kills. Use that sniper. Either way, you just go ahead and build up your super. Watch out for that red circle, because if you stay in that too long, it will do a lot of damage, and then it eventually blows up. You do not want to be in there when it blows up, just because it will do a buttload of damage. So be very careful of that. Also, obviously, watch out for the Hydra boss. He will be shooting you pretty frequently. Now this is usually a very nice safe spot, but as you can see, I don't know if they fixed something or what, but he was shooting through there quite often. But I'd still say this is the safest spot. Maybe go to the left, just where there's a clearing, and then you can kind of snipe him from there. Usually the Minotaur safe spot for sniping doesn't work with him, because he doesn't really move as much as the Minotaur version does. But if you want to try it out, it is kind of to the right slightly. If you go through this tunnel, and it is right there. You can go inside that little building, and you can kind of snipe down through there. If you want to try that, go for it. But I find it doesn't work as well with this boss. But pretty much, that's going to do it. Just remember, pop your super as often, no, I won't say as often as possible, that's horrible advice, with as many ads left as possible. So maybe like in round 1 or round 2, and you get your super a little late, maybe save it for the next round to maximize your points. But other than that, that's going to do it for this video. Rewards are at the end. So if you're interested in that, we did get some after match rewards that will show, and then of course the weapon that we got this week. So if you're interested in those, that's going to be coming up here in just a second. Otherwise, like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe. Look in the description for the Nightfall guide. We'll do one link to one of the Nightfalls, and then the other links will be in that description box for that video. And other than that, I'll talk to you guys later.
We can come back for them when you're ready. Let's get you